Hey everyone, decided to make another video. I've been getting a lot of comments on the other videos that I made, and I haven't really made one in a while, so I thought I'd make a comment now, or a video now. This one is going to be like a first base, um, just kind of an open question forum type video, because I really don't know what to talk about. The last video I made was about I think it was about BMT and their new schedule. That has officially changed to the 6 weeks of BMT, 2 weeks of intermediate course, where you'll go to the majority of your classes that you would have taken in the traditional 8.5 week BMT. They're now going to be in that. I hear it's definitely not as strict. It's just to prepare you for tech school, and I guess they were having a lot of issues with people adjusting when they got to tech school, and them just going from a really strict environment to a kind of strict environment. So a lot of people are going crazy with their new freedom or whatever. But so they're doing the whole six weeks BMT, and then 2 weeks at an intermediate course. It's 2 weeks. It's at Lackland. It's in some of the old dorms that they have there by the back gate. I don't know too much about it. I just know that they changed it. I saw it in the newspapers that they changed it. So I probably wouldn't be the best person to ask. So about tech school, getting to tech school to your new base. Getting from tech school to your new base is kind of an easy process. They give you a checklist, and they give you times on when your briefings you need to go to, or at least, and this is speaking from going to Keesler to your first base. I'm sure it's the same at other bases, but since I was at Keesler, this is the way they did it, and especially at 338, which is the squadron I was at. That's if any 3D job, or almost any 3D job, you're at 338. There are other 3D jobs that go to Keesler, but they're at 336. I think those are like client systems and stuff like that. But if you're a 3D, you normally go to 338. So they give you a checklist. It has the list of times and days that you can go to those briefings. So you just have to coordinate with your MTLs when you can go to those briefings. Usually they're pretty flexible when it comes to that stuff, because they know that you have to go to those briefings in order to leave. I think they were changing it to make it where you can't miss class, like it's after class or during lunch or early in the morning. So that one's pretty straightforward. Unless you get married right at the end of tech school or in the middle of tech school. I had a couple of friends that did that, and that was kind of a hard process to change all that stuff, especially since you get your base, and if you're single, then you get your base, and you're only granted you to go to that base. So if you get married and your listing's already dropped, and you find out that you're going to, if you're going overseas to Germany or something like that, they're only accounting for one person to move over there, live in a dorm. So in order for you to have your new wife, join you, there's a lot of paperwork and a lot of things that need to get done, and she has to get approved. It's called getting command sponsored. So there's a lot of stuff like that has a lot of extra stuff. So if you're going to get married, try to do it before basic or tech school. So just, if you have questions about being married and going overseas, you can ask in the comments. So that's pretty easy. I did about 2.5 weeks of leave, and then I also did 2 weeks of recruiter's assistance. The cool thing about RAP is what it's called, Recruiter's Assistance Program. You can do that at any RAP office. You don't have to go back to that RAP, to the recruiter's office that you got recruited out of. You can go to anywhere. So if you live in Texas and you got recruited out of Texas, and your family or your girlfriend or your wife or whatever lives in California for whatever reason, you can go do that in California. You just have to contact the recruiter there and get approval beforehand. So, and you can do RAP once a year, no matter what. I mean, your squadron commander has to approve it, but you can do RAP. Just throwing that out there. Every year. It's free. Or it's like free money. You have to pay for your ticket, but whatever. So I did that. So I stayed at home for a little over a month. Graduated in September. Stayed at home. Or graduated in October, middle October. Stayed until the first week of December. And then I left before my wife because I wanted to get things set up here beforehand. So I left. I got here December 5th. I'm in Guam, Andersen Air Force Base here. It's considered an overseas assignment. So if you're married, they put you in a hotel for about a week or two, or longer if you need to. And if you're single, they'll most likely already have a dorm room set up. So instead of staying in a hotel the first week or two, you'll go straight into the dorms that your sponsor should have set up already. So that's kind of cool. I like staying in the hotel personally, and they pay for all your food and stuff. They reimburse you for that. You get per diem, so it's kind of nice. But they only do that for married people. Also, I think this is dependent on what base. You have the option to live on base or live off base. My wife and I chose to live off base, and we found a really good deal, really good house. We don't own, but we have our own house, me and my wife and our little puppies, so that's really cool. The first month or so, you're going to be doing like a lot of in-processing stuff, getting introduced to your squadron, going to finance, getting registered there, MPF, doctors. You have to do a whole bunch of stuff, a lot of stuff that you didn't do in tech school, getting used to the portal and stuff like that. I know it wasn't easily accessible at our school to get onto the portal and just go and look. So there's a lot of stuff, a lot of CBTs, computer-based training. You start your CDCs usually, and there's a 1-week course for first-term airmen we call it FTAC. I don't know if it's like that at all bases, but it's basically getting you acquainted to that base and letting you know what kind of options, what kind of resources that you have. So that's usually about the first month, getting moved in, getting your bills squared away, getting all your in-processing stuff done, getting introduced to the base. That is about it. That's all I'm going to do this video on. If you have comments or questions about going to your first base from overseas, being married, CBTs, my job, or the other job in our shop. My job is ground radar. We were 3D1X5. Now we're 1 Charlie 8X2s. And the other job in my shop is Airfield Systems. I think they're 1 Charlie 8X1s or 1 Charlie 8X3s now. And we're part of the operations group, Operational Support Squadron, OSS. So if you have questions about any of that stuff, I'm here. Feel free to comment, or even stuff about basic or joining or anything like that. So have a good day.